Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm KPG, and welcome back to some more Triangle Strategy. In the last episode, we went ahead and we brought the rock crystal salt thing. Yeah, we brought the rock salt before Hyzant, and we showed them, hey, we found salt that comes from somewhere other than Hyzant, and they were like, oh, shoot. And they decided to join forces with us, and Serenoa became a member of the Saintly Seven. He got permission to allow the Roselle in the Wolford domain to continue living there without any issues, and yeah, they're basically going to help us try to take down Aesfrost, including the Puppet Kingdom of Glenbrook. So, today we're going to go ahead and make a decision on the scales of conviction about how we want to go ahead and try to attack Glenbrook. Now, actually, this is my second time doing this because when I tried to record this episode originally last week, the microphone did not pick up. For some reason, it was just not going, and so there was no audio. And instead of, I don't know, and I just got kind of annoyed. So I waited, and we're doing this again now. But the interesting thing is what actually happened, because my original decision is I wanted to go ahead with Roland's plan. I wanted to infiltrate the castle and do a surprise attack because I thought this would be, it's better than Frederica's. I thought it was better than Frederica's idea to destroy the bridge and trap the enemy, because that leads to negotiation with the Kingdom of Glenbrook, which could end up resulting in Glenbrook just saying that they won't attack us, but not necessarily coming over to our side. Whereas if we actually retake the Crown City, then we can go ahead and be like, hey, Roland's here. He can be the new leader of Glenbrook, and then all is well and good. So that's kind of why I didn't want to do Frederica's plan, and I didn't really want to do Benedict's plan either, because that involves a lot of damage to Glenbrook, and the people are not going to be very happy about that. So I wanted to vote in favor of Roland's plan. However, everyone vetoed me. And by everyone, I mean Eridor, this undecided man over here, decided to go ahead with Benedict's plan. So we got vetoed, and that's what we went along with. So then we did a little bit of stuff after having made that decision. And so I think we are going to stick with what was chosen for us. We're going to go ahead and stick with the plan to destroy the dam, because I've already seen some stuff on that route. That's what was already picked for me. I feel like re-rolling is kind of stupid, because the way I've kind of been playing it is, hey, if we get vetoed on a decision, then we go ahead with whatever everyone decides. That's kind of like playing the game a bit more straight, in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead with that route. Although the funny thing will be is if I try to convince Eridor to go along with Benedict's plan, and then Eridor switches to a different plan. That would be very wild, and I don't even know what I would do in that situation. But of course, we have a separate save file that's already existing from last time. Actually, if we take a look, we already have 2 save files here from this spot, because I ended up resaving over this one since things did not go well. So if everything goes very poorly on the route, supposing we, after we decide to destroy the dam, we can always come back and change our decision, as always. So we're going to go ahead and try to convince everyone to switch over to Benedict's plan. If I get vetoed this time, that's going to be really awkward. So anyway, let's go talk to everyone, though. A nation cannot exist without a people. We cannot risk exposing those very people to any more hardship than they have already endured. If we explode the bridge, we can isolate the castle. The people will be spared from our battle. Well, actually, we should destroy the dam to cleanse the crown city of of the Aesfrosti. Yeah, I'd have better luck talking to a stone wall. Well, then there's no harm in trying, I guess. Serenoa, do you truly think flooding the crown city is the best way forward? No, but you know what? We're gonna do it anyway, because that was what was decided in a previous life. We cannot afford to lose this battle, and to do so we must be willing to make sacrifices. I understand that this battle is important to revive both House Wolford and Glenbrook. I do. But the people will be the ones to pay the price for victory. Yes. Might I ask you one more thing, Serenoa? I still find it difficult to agree with Benedict's plan. If victory is our goal, would Prince Roland's not suffice? You know what? I agree. That's exactly what I thought. I 100% was in agreement with Roland's plan. However, I got vetoed. Otherwise, I would totally be like, hey, let's go with Roland's plan. Sneaking in would put Roland in great danger. If he were to fall, our fight would lose its meaning. Roland's plan relies solely on us to claim victory and makes little to no use of Hyzan's forces. That doesn't really matter. This is what matters.
I see.
Prince Roland is indeed our cause for reclaiming the Crown City. I would hate for anything to happen to him. I know that we must take Glenbrook back from Aesfrost. I do, but even so...
What should we do?
At the very least, I now know where you stand, Serenoa. Frederica is deep in thought. She's undecided, but what that really means is she's probably still going to vote for her own plan.
Yes.
Gila, Benedict's plan gives us our surest path to victory, but would incur great damages to the capital, and Prince Roland's plan is far too dangerous a gamble. Call me naive, but I believe Frederica's plan to be the best for all of us. We should destroy the dam! I see, I admit I am curious as to why you would choose Benedict's plan. Well, Benedict is our tactician, so I mean, we should probably have some faith in the dude. The damages will be great, but it is the most certain way to call the Aesfrosti forces. I can't read, man. We can then claim victory without the need for a drawn-out battle. If we show the duchy that we will do whatever it takes to win, even flooding our own city, we will instill fear in their hearts and dampen their morale. I don't think so. We ought to make the greatest use of the blast crystal now that we have one, and this plan allows us to do just that. Once again, I don't think necessarily having access to a resource means we should use it. Just because you can do something, just because you have the capacity to do something, I don't think that means you should do it. Like, in real life, right? Like, there's a capacity to use nuclear weapons in warfare, but, you know, it's not necessarily the best idea because of the consequences. But anyways, I don't know. So I think this is a poor line of thinking. Oh, we have it, so we should use it. Nah. The damages will be great, but it's the most certain way to call these Aesfrosti forces, yeah. Indeed, no army is so great that it can stop a flood. It is our surest path to victory. Even if the Crown City itself sustains heavy damages, we can minimize the harm to the citizens if we end the fight swiftly.
I require some time to think.
I understand that Benedict's plan is the most effective of the three, but we must ask ourselves what must be sacrificed in exchange. Hila is deep in thought. Huet. Prince Roland wishes to defeat the Aesfrosti commanders who unjustly occupy Whiteholm Castle. I see this plan as proof of his resolve. As a member of the King's Guard, I intend to help him see it through. Well, what about Benedict's plan? You ever heard of Benedict's plan? Lord Serenoa, you think Benedict's plan to be our best option? Right now, the Aesfrosti forces are gathering in the capital. His plan would help rid the city of them in one fell swoop, sure. There are a few soldiers guarding the reservoir, making his plan more likely to succeed than the others. I mean, both of these are true. Let's go with this one. Destroying the dam would indeed deal a devastating blow to the duchy. But the city itself would be devastated in the process. Could we really sacrifice the homes of the people in the name of victory? We've done this before, Frederica. Or, it's not you. No, sorry, Frederica. I'm not talking about you. I'm sorry. Huet, we've literally done this before, if you don't remember. We've literally sacrificed households before in order to ensure our victory. If you don't remember what happened in the Wolford domain, when Evlora attacked us, we kind of destroyed some houses in the process, so... that doesn't necessarily mean anything, you know? I myself am of humble birth, and I can imagine their plight easier than most. It is clear that Benedict's plan came from the mind of a great tactician, but I still find it hard to support him in light of the damages that it will do to both the city and its people. There is a chance the duchy has heard about the tunnels from Queen Cordelia. That's true. I actually, in the last episode, argued against that. I was like, why would she ever tell them? She's not... like, she doesn't... support them. We saw that in the last episode. She has resolved to actually oppose them. When she was talking to Evlora, she was like, I'm going to oppose them or something, like along those lines. The longer the battle draws out, the greater the damages will be. This strategy puts a swift end to the Aesfrosti and almost certain victory in our hands. Sure. I see. The flood will wipe out most of the duchy's forces, meaning there will be little else for us to do in the way of battle. But I wonder how the people will feel knowing their homes are the price to be paid for victory.
I don't know what to do.
This decision will not easily be made, I'm afraid. Huet is deep in thought. Roland, my main man. Flooding the city will leave the people with nowhere to live, and Frederica's plan hinges on how the enemy responds. We can win if we sneak into the castle and slay the Aesfrosti commanders. Only Cordelia and I are privy to the secret passages. We should destroy the dam. Destroying the dam will damage the Crown City. As someone whose duty is to protect this kingdom, there's no way I could agree to such recklessness. There's a chance Her Majesty has divulged the location of the secret passageways. There will be damages, but all that can be fixed once we reclaim the kingdom, and this plan will give us our best chance of doing that. Hyzan will provide aid to the citizens. Sure. Go with that one. This is a battle we cannot afford to lose. I know that more than anyone. Benedict's plan gives us our greatest chance at success, but the damages will be too great. Even with Hyzan's help, we wouldn't be able to save everyone, and I refuse to believe that I must sacrifice my people to save my kingdom.
However,
you've made it clear where you stand, my friend. Roland is deep in thought. I guess let's talk to Benedict. We're not going to try to convince him of anything, but let's just see what he says.
my lord.
Negotiating would only grant the enemy reprieve, and there is a high chance that Queen Cordelia has revealed the secret tunnels to the enemy. But we would most certainly deal a heavy blow to the Aesfrosti forces by flooding the city. I agree. You know, I agree.
Yes, sir.
Anna, the enemy may already be aware of the tunnels, but no one is anticipating a flood. The capital is swarming with Aesfrosti soldiers. We must prepare ourselves to make sacrifices if we are to reclaim the city. Sure. All right, Eridor, you're literally probably the only one that matters. Please, for the love of everything, vote in where I'm trying to vote. Please. Destroying the dam is our best shot at winning this battle. The enemy wouldn't know what hit him if we flooded the city. But there's no denying that the other plans have their merits, too. Should we go with our best bet or consider one of the other options? We should go with our best bet. Negotiating may yet prove fruitful. We should destroy the dam. So you agree with Benedict's plan, too, eh? What made up your mind? There are a few soldiers guarding the reservoir, making his strategy more likely to succeed than the others. We must choose a plan that gives us the highest chance of victory. The deluge will deal the duchy a heavy blow by flushing their soldiers out of the capital. Highest chance of victory.
You're onto something.
Aye, we already know as much from our scout. And ain't no one out there what can stop a flood. There's no doubt in my mind that we can win with this strategy. The damages will be heavy for sure, but if we don't win, Aesfrost will just keep digging its iron claws deeper and deeper into the city. And drastic times call for drastic measures. When the war is finally over, we ought to reward both the people and soldiers as best we can.
I've made up my mind.
We can't afford to lose this battle, and it's clear to me which path will lead us to certain victory. Eridor is deep in thought. Sounds like he's on board with us. So that's probably why I wasn't able to convince him last time, is because even though he's, undecided, he's actually leaning towards Benedict's plan. So hopefully I nudged him in the right direction. Let's go ahead and end the persuasion phase, and let's do this vote. Come on, everyone. Please don't let me down. If you veto me on the path that
It's time to cast our votes.
I don't know. If they don't pick Benedict's plan, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be very upset with them.
In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I am sorry.
My apologies, but my opinion remains unchanged. Fair. Obviously, Benedict is voting where we want him to.
Even still.
The people's safety is what's most important. On this matter, I cannot be swayed. That's fair. I'm really just looking for Eridor. He's the one I'm most concerned
I'm
about.
afraid I disagree.
My apologies, but I will put my faith in Frederica's plan. Yeah, I think it's just going to come down to Eridor, honestly. I think that's going to be the one that's deciding everything.
I cannot be swayed.
In the end, I agree with Prince Roland's plan. Alright, Eridor, show us the money.
I'm with you.
You've got my full support, lad. Let's do it your way. Alright, excellent. So we have won. We have done the dang thing.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Alright. Well, at least this worked out. I have a feeling I would have honestly failed to persuade people again, even if I had tried to go back to the original plan I picked. I feel like we would have ended up here either way, honestly.
The way forward is decided.
Because I think, honestly, Eridor is just like I said, he's kind of, he's like a sleeper agent. He doesn't say he's with Benedict's plan, but he's kind of with Benedict's plan, you know?
We collapse the reservoir and flood the capital, dealing a crippling blow to the enemy forces.
Serenoa's convictions have been strengthened. I love how his convictions get strengthened when everyone else makes a choice. Yes! I have strengthened my
You will
convictions.
submerge the capital to win the battle. I see. So Wolfort rules with military might.
I guess so.
It is a thorny path you tread. Your people will resent you for this.
I know.
It would be unfortunate if you didn't, but that is what it means to rule with might. I must return to Hyzant and see Minister Camsell. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Serenoa. The goddess, the source, iron. The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard bearer to guide them.
A standard bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
Yeah, Eggsham just wants to use this for his own purposes. I feel like that's how the Saintly Seven have always been, really. They just kind of try to use everything for their own benefit from like what we've seen throughout the game. But I don't know. Hopefully Serenoa won't be that way. I mean, he's not that way. We've seen enough of him.
House Wolfort and Hysant join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Norzelia River and the Aesfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Benedict hatches a plan to break the dam, flood the capital, and use the ensuing chaos to take Whitehold Castle. Serenoa and the others know that the city will not escape unscathed, but are left with no recourse if they wish to defeat the enemy in one fell swoop. In support of House Wolfort, Hysant's great army marches forth for the first time since the Salt Iron War.
I don't know. They marched on us earlier. Chapter 13, Part 2, Waves of Change. It's a clever name. Waves of Change when we're going to be breaking a dam. Right.
Lady Destra, we finally have the upper hand.
I think it's interesting that, like, I don't know, how loyal Benedict is to Serenoa's mother. Like, even as she's dead.
The path we tread was not an easy one, but Lord Serenoa persevered and has become a fine leader because of it. Once we reclaim the capital and restore the kingdom to its former glory, we may finally see peace. My job will soon be over. Please, pray for Wolfort's success. What is it, my lord?
I've been searching for you. The soldiers are calling.
About the provisions, I presume. I shall take my leave.
Oh,
This is my mother's grave.
I see.
Benedict visits her in place of her unworthy son. He is a cool-headed man, but undoubtedly more than just that.
But of course.
Frederica, would you visit my mother's grave with me?
Are you certain?
Of course.
Then I would love to.
Well, it looks like Serenoa and Frederica are getting closer. And there we are. Alright. So, we got a little bit of story stuff to do, of course. I don't know. I gotta say, like, part of me is kind of, like, a little sad this game doesn't have, like, cutscenes, you know? Like, it doesn't have, like, I don't know, animated cutscenes, right? Where it's, like... Because I think that would be really cool for, like, the scene where we're gonna like bust open the dam and then the waters are gonna flood and then the soldiers are gonna get swept out of Whiteholm Castle. Like, I think that would be really cool to see in cutscene form. Like, cause I feel like the way we're gonna get it, it's kind of gonna look a little cheesy, but I don't know. That's how it's gonna be. So we have a side story and then we have a main story thing to do. Let's do the side story first. News of Wolfort's forces reaches Thalos and the others, who begin planning how they will respond. So we got to see what's going down in Glenbrook Castle.
General, it appears an army of Byzantine soldiers has arrived at Castle Wolfort.
No doubt they've come to take Whiteholm from us.
Oh no. Whatever will we do? It looks like they didn't take kindly to Brother's schemes.
Avlora, dispatch an army at once.
There is no need. It is best we await them here. No matter how great an army they possess, they will not fell this stronghold easily. All we need to do is buy time. Once they realize what the Archduke is planning, they will tremble in fear.
We'll make you all tremble in fear.
That will put Aesfrost in the same position as it was during the Salt Iron War, which, need I remind you, we lost.
Things are different than they were 30 years ago. They have no just cause for their actions.
Honestly, like, it kind of makes me wonder, like, if Glenbrook and Hyzant defeated Aesfrost, like, how could they allow Aesfrost to get back into this situation? Right? It almost kind of reminds me of, like, in the real world with, like, World War I and World War II. It's like the countries didn't do enough to Germany after World War I, and Germany ended up being another force in World War II, and it's like, come on, guys, really? You let this happen?
You understand, don't you, Your Majesty?
I do. I am the Queen of Glenbrook now. An attack on the capital constitutes treason toward the crown and their kingdom.
Well, what if it's Roland doing it?
The people will not support someone without a cause. Without their backing, Wolfort cannot hope to win.
I refuse to acknowledge that pitiful little puppet as queen.
As do I. She disgusts me.
Personal emotions have no place on the battlefield. I cannot entrust anything to such fools, and the Archduke shall know of it.
Oh, let's go with Laura. Lay down the law.
Avlora!
The nerve of that woman. So the battle against House Wolford begins.
I wonder what's gonna happen when she realizes that, like, Roland is is here. Like, what's gonna go down? Part of me thinks, like, even if we retake Glenbrook, I feel like, honestly, knowing Roland, I feel like he's gonna let Cordelia stay queen. Cause if you guys remember from, like, early in the game, Roland was not really ever one for the, I don't know, the life of royalty. He was kind of, he felt constrained by, like, what is expected of royals, and he kind of wanted to do things differently. So I kind of wonder if, honestly, even if we retake Glenbrook and Roland reveals himself, I wonder if he'll still just let Cordelia keep ruling. So I almost feel like that could definitely be, I could definitely see that being how things go. Like, Roland's like, just leave the fighting to me, Cordelia. You can take care of Glenbrook from here on out, or something like that, Kind of could see that happening. But anyways, back to the main story. Byzantine reinforcements arrive as the battle to reclaim the crown city begins. So let's see what's going down here.
Minister Serenoa, Minister Camsell and I have brought as many soldiers as we could.
Thank you for bringing reinforcements.
It was you who moved them. There has not been an army this great in Hyzant for 30 years. The Salt Iron War also brought friends and foes together like this. We may have won then, but we had best not get cocky.
Of course. Which is why we have a strategy to ensure our victory.
Minister Exham gave me a brief overview of the plan. Coordination will be the key to our success.
Indeed. Let us go over the plan in detail.
Yes, let's. But
Another war as big as the last.
Just how great will the damage be this time?
thankfully, we don't have to see the plan because we already know the plan. Imagine, let's go over the plan in great detail. Hope you all have fun. Let's take 2 hours.
Let us reconfirm our strategy.
Or I guess,
Benedict, if you would.
or I guess we are doing a little bit of a brief overview of what's going down.
Our target, Whitehold Castle, was built upon a sandbar in the Norzelia River. The city, sprawled upon the riverbank, is connected to the castle by a single bridge. The river and town are the greatest obstacles to invading armies.
I am well aware. I cannot believe my ears when I heard of Aesfrost's invasion.
They used the new mining venture to take us by surprise.
However, the Aesfrosti army has solidified its defenses. They will likely spread their forces in front of the bridge.
It is the only path of entry. Geographically speaking, it would be impenetrable.
But we shall use that geography to our advantage. The surrounding river was originally prone to floods. But the kings of old spent years improving the river and created a dam upstream to control its water levels. We plan to explode that dam using your Elfric.
And create a deluge to cleanse the city of Aesfrosti soldiers.
Indeed. It is a plan they can neither predict nor defend against. Their entire army will be swept away.
The people will not let you get away with that.
There was once a residence along the riverside for nobles and wealthy merchants. However, it is now occupied by Aesfrosti aristocrats and officers.
That should mitigate Glenbrook's casualties.
But there will doubtlessly be deaths. Not to mention the lake is the kingdom's source of water, or so I hear. The price of victory will be the people's deep-seated hatred.
Ugh.
I know, but I'm willing to assume any grudge they would bear.
Your resolve has been duly noted. I shall lend you my strength. On your signal, we shall enter the city and evacuate as many citizens as we can.
You are a kind man, Minister Camso. But this would incur quite a debt of gratitude. Allow me to lend a hand as well.
Gosh dang it, Exham. They will be in debt to you if you do this thing for them. Allow me to help so they can be in debt to me too.
Thank you.
Milo, the blast crystal is capable of destroying the dam, yes?
Undoubtedly.
Excellent. Then our strategy is settled.
First, you two must put pressure on the capital. I wish for you to draw the attention of the Aesfrosti army. We shall head to Telior and set the blast crystal.
It will explode tomorrow at daybreak.
Very well. May the fortunes of war favor us.
I seriously can't wait to see how this happens, how this ball plays out. Just the dam explodes and this giant crashing, surge of water goes towards the capital, and then the soldiers all get swept away.
Begin to put their strategies into action.
Alright.
To draw the eye of the Aesfrosti forces, the Byzantine army encircles the crown city of Glenbrook. Meanwhile, Serenoa and the others quietly make their way up the Norzelia River toward Telior, Aelfric in tow. Though aware of the risks, they hope exploding the dam will flood the city below and rid it of the Aesfrosti forces within.
Let's do it. So I believe this is... Whoa. I believe this is the only... Here we go, that's the button. I believe this is the only thing right now. I don't think there are any side stories. There do not appear to be any side stories, so let's go ahead and do this thing. Serenoa and the others steal up to Tellior Reservoir to destroy the dam. Time to go do some exploration stuff. We got the little magnifying glass, so that means we got stuff to do. I already remember all this, so this will go much faster than the first time.
As Huet reported, there are Aesfrosti soldiers here, but not many.
Of course. The lake is a precious water reservoir for the kingdom.
Indeed, which is why House Tellior sealed themselves up here.
So now we wait until nightfall to set the blast crystal.
Before that, there are two things we must do. The first is to find a place for it. And the second is to disable the street lamps.
You mean those posts?
At night, the lamps draw on the power of rocks called lumistone to glow. We must remove them.
Then we'll split up into two teams. Benedict and Milo, I leave the lake to you. I shall take care of the street lamps.
Very well. Anna, Lord Serenoa's disguise.
It is ready.
We can dress him up like a clown.
To think the young lord capable of such a thing. He is a curious man, isn't he?
Yes, most curious indeed.
No, he isn't.
Oh, Frederica, let's go! Defending Serenoa! Dang, Frederica's standing up for Serenoa. Not even bad. Wonder if they'll get married at the end of the game. Like, if we get to see that before the game is over, that'd be cool. I must disable the street lamps before night falls. But you cannot be seen. Your efforts will have been for naught if the posts are repaired before our operation even begins. Understood. I will make sure no one is in the area before removing the lumistone. So yeah, we're dressed up like a merchant, and we have to go ahead and remove stuff from these lamps. This actually took a decent amount of time to figure some of it out the first time. So, lucky for you guys, I actually generally know pretty much everything about how to do this. We still do need to explore a little bit, though, to find the items and such. I don't exactly remember where all of those are. There's some money. There's a cat in here. I don't know. I don't know if there are any other items. I think that's it for that. There's an old dude here. Let's talk to him. The lamps in this here town were made to protect Tellior Reservoir. It's where the whole kingdom gets its water. Now, I don't mean to brag, but I was entrusted with looking after these street lamps by the previous lord himself. The lumistones that gave him their shine lose their glow after one night, so it's my job to replace them every morning. That sounds like you would need an incredibly large supply of lumistone rocks over a long period of time. House Tellior was right to make these lamps. It should keep unwanted guests and other beasts from drawing too close to the lake. Thanks to you, the people here can rest easy at night. You have my respect. I mean to say you've been doing this every morning for decades. It's an incredible feat, to say the least. Thanks to you, the people here can rest easy at night. Too bad we're going to foil your plans. Ho ho ho, I'm happy to have it. I see a lot of folks out at night, going for a stroll or sharing a drink in the lamplight. And there ain't no better place for a drink, I'll tell you that. Tellior's got the best wine in the realm. Open up a bottle and it'll be morning before you know it. But ever since Aesfrost arrived, I haven't seen so many people out at night. It's a damn shame. Pains me to have to destroy something this man has taken care of for years. But I must, if we are to reclaim the capital. Yep, we gotta screw this man over. Constantly feels like the Aesfrosti soldiers are breathing down our necks. It makes me miss the days of Lord Silvio's rule. I heard the salt tax has gotten lighter in the Crown City. Still, I can't help but worry. There's a little kid over here. I had a fight with my mom, so I can't go home. Do you think she'll forgive me if I say I'm sorry for my pranks? What did you do, man? Like, what kind of pranks did you pull? I'm curious, actually. Like, what did this man do to his mom? He's out on the streets now. I know I shouldn't complain, let alone to a merchant like you, but I need someone to listen. Gustadelf controls the capital and Lord Silvio is gone, leaving us no choice but to obey Aesfrost. But is it really right for us to just bow our heads to invaders? They even slayed our king. Ordinarily, I'd be like, screw those guys, but I don't want to draw suspicion to myself, so we can't be like that. What is right depends on the time and place. You needn't worry yourself about it. A lone soldier can only achieve so much. I believe it right to bend the knee so you may live to fight another day. What Aesfrost did was wrong. The loyal soldier of Glenbrook owes them no obedience. You can only achieve so much. That's a fair answer, I think. You speak true. I'll suffer the same fate as King Regna if I'm careless. I've got a wife and 5 kids at home. I have to survive for them. Dang, dude, 5 kids. Holy crap. It's pointless to worry about the politics if it's just going to make me and my family unhappy. Thank you for listening to this poor soldier's woes. I feel much better now. You got it, bro. Here's Milo. Pray be careful not to expose your true self. I don't want to expose anything to anyone, okay? You know, now's my chance to disable the street lamp. We can really just destroy this one for free? I guess we can. We can't get this one though, because the kid's standing right there. Let's go ahead and find his mom. Not in here, but there is some quality fiber. Not even bad. Well, where is this kid's house anyway? Was it this one? I forget. Yes, it's this one. Do you have anything I can steal right before your very eyes? Because that would be pretty freaking awesome, honestly. Can you imagine just steal something while someone's in their house? That'd be pretty great. I scolded my son for his pranks this morning and he ran out of the house. I wonder where he went. Maybe I said too much. The streets are different now that Aesfrosti is in charge. I just hope he's okay. If you see a little boy all by himself, would you let me know? Sure. Wait, can I just talk to you again? What did you say? You saw a little boy over there. That must be him. I have to go. No, please stay here and I'll bring him to you. We don't need people by that street lamp. I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to make you sad. It's all right, my boy. I'm sorry for yelling. It seems like they've made up. I should be able to disable the street lamp without trouble now. I still want to know what this kid did. I'm so happy my mom forgave me. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for finding my son. Yeah, you got it. Alright, so... can disable this one. Let's destroy it. There we go. I don't know why it sounded like we were just shattering a light bulb, but okay. Done. Without the lumistone, this area will be bathed in darkness. Excellent. Excellent. Let's destroy this one too. I'm pretty sure we could just do this one for free. I'm pretty sure Serenoa is like, no, I can't do this. There are too many people around. If you can't actually destroy it. Done. Without the lumistone, this area will be bathed in darkness. Excellent. Excellent. You, my good man. The lake is as beautiful as ever. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Hope you don't mind us destroying this dam here anytime soon. Wait, there's something to examine. A luck amulet. Interesting. I don't know who would benefit from that the most. But there is one, and we can give it to someone. Who did I give it to last time? I'm not sure. I feel like I gave it to Frederica. So I guess let's just do that again. Why not? I don't even know what luck does in this game. Like, at all. So, I don't know if it's just like crits or what. I don't know. So then there are soldiers over here. These things. Extra large HP recovery pellet. Not even bad. There's something on this house's roof, so let's get up to it. 1,000 gold or whatever. 1,000 currency of some sort. Here's Benedict. So what's up, Benedict? The dam is on the other side of this watchtower. We'll have to sneak in under the cover of darkness, as I suspected. And should anything go wrong, Anna will be with Lady Frederica, so you needn't worry about her. Yes, okay, so... that's cool. I do wonder where everyone else went. Because, you know, we said we were going to split up into 2 teams. And then the 2 teams we split up into were Serenoa and then Benedict and Milo. Everyone else just got left out. Like, they could be helping too, you know. So you don't get too close to the lake. Yeah. Sorry, merchant, no entry. You, a traveling merchant of some sort? Well, no funny business, or else we'll have to arrest you on the spot. So yeah, we can't get to these lamps. We definitely can't get to that lamp over there. I thought it would be cool if, like, somehow we could, like, sneak down the river, like, here, and then, like, sneak up over onto this side, but we can't actually get up here for whatever reason. I think it doesn't let you. And I guess, to be fair, if we broke that thing, and the dude was just standing right there. He could just turn around and be like, hey, and we would be screwed. So that's not an option. But for this one, what we can actually do is we can go over here and talk to Milo. I found that out in the last one. That took me a bit to figure out. I must admit, I did not expect them to keep such a close watch. I wonder if there might be a way to draw their attention. Say no more, my lord. Allow me to serve as a distraction while you tend the street lamps. Alright, cool. So now we go over here and talk to this guy. Or talk to the guy, not the lamp. I saw a suspicious woman loitering behind that house over there. I wasn't sure what to make of it, so leave the rest to me. I shall investigate at once. You needn't be so alarmed. I am but a humble dancer. Be that as it may, I must discern the truth for myself. Why not discern my truth somewhere more private? Very well, if you insist. This guy. Oh boy. Well. Alright. We'll destroy this now. And yeah, done. Without the lumistone, this area will be bathed in darkness. Excellent, excellent. Did we go inside of this house? I don't actually remember if we did. We did not, because there's a thing right here. A cure-all pellet. Nice. Okay, so I believe we've investigated all the houses and stuff. And this lamp here, too many soldiers around the watchtower. I won't be able to remove the lumistones on this street. So I wasn't actually not able to figure out a way to remove the lumistone from this lamp last time. So I pretty much just called it after this point. There's like almost no shot we're ever going to get to the other side of this barricade to disable that other street lamp because, as we already tried, we were not able to go over there. So I'm pretty sure we've done all that we can do. We've talked to everyone. We've investigated every building. You know, we've tried everything. I'm pretty sure I've tried talking to everyone again, and they don't really say anything else helpful that would allow us to distract the other soldier. Yeah, like, I'll just double check everything real quick, but I believe we've already done everything we need to do. We can talk to Benedict again. He says the same thing. We can even go back to Milo and check in on her. Like, I would have thought maybe she'd be done with this soldier and then she could distract the other soldier, but I'm pretty sure this guy just stays over here. You must be exhausted from all your hard work. Allow me to dance for you. I've been told the effects are quite stimulating. No, I couldn't possibly accept such an offer. I'm still on the job, after all. Yeah, so they're just chilling over here, and there's nothing else we can really do. I believe we've done all that we can do. We disabled this lamp, of course. We disabled this one, and we have disabled this one. So this one over here, I don't really know how we do. Or if we're even able to do it. We might have already done everything that we possibly could do. I'm not sure. But that's as far as I got last time. So we'll end the exploration. My job here is done. I pray that our plan is a success. Yeah, this is basically where we got in the last one. In the last time I tried to record this episode.
Constable Sicrus reporting for duty. Aesfrosti sent me to help patrol the area.
Welcome, Constable. If you don't mind my asking, what brings an officer to this lake?
Oh, you know, it was really convenient, you know. Somehow, we had this feeling some people were going to plot something here for no good reason, and now there are people here, so now we're trying to foil their plans. What great timing.
I can't say for sure. I'm merely obeying orders.
So I kind of wonder if Gustadolf somehow was, like, thinking about this as being an option for us to do. Attacking the dam. I don't know why, but it is interesting to say the least.
There are more guards than before.
That doesn't mean they are keen to our plan. Stick to the strategy.
Alright. So yeah, we've got to slip past them and explode the dam. Or we gotta just actually fight them. All of that trying to be sneaky and stuff. All that, and we have to fight. So that's just how it is. I wonder if maybe there's like an alternative option where like you actually were able to disable all the lamps and then maybe you don't have to fight. Or I wonder if, like, I wonder how disabling the lamps works. Like, are we able to, like, does the map become easier if we, you know, the more street lamps we disable, like, does the battle become easier somehow? Like, do the enemies have some sort of, like, fog of war status that we don't? That wouldn't make sense, but, like, you know, could they not see us, but we can see them somehow? I don't know. It would be interesting, to say the least. I don't know why I keep opening this up. I keep trying to do this. So, yeah, that is basically where we left off the last time I tried to record this episode. So, I think that's where we'll leave off here as well, since we have been recording for a good amount of time anyway. So yeah, in the next episode we will do this fight. We will defeat Sicris and the rest of his crew, I guess, rest of the guards at Telior, and then we will explode the dam. So actually, this kind of caught me off guard, honestly, the first time, because I was thinking we were gonna like explode the dam, and then we were gonna like come back to Glenbrook and go into Whiteholm Castle, and that the battle was going to be in Whitehold Castle for this chapter. But no, it seems we've got to do a battle in order to even get to the point of busting open the dam, and then we'll go to the capital city. I don't know, something like that. It is interesting for sure, but yeah, that is going to do it for today. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff would really help out the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. And in the next episode, we will go ahead and we will do this battle and see where we go from there. So, yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.